I saw a chat yesterday talking about silver breaking out and everything. I think this was it. This was yesterday's chat. So silver seems to be doing what gold did last year. And where does this come from? Honestly, it comes from Trump's instability. Because a lot of countries own American debt, and America is over indebted right now, right? America is over indebted. That's why you see Trump lashing out. I mean, with the tariffs, snatching countries' resources in broad daylight. I mean, it's like, bruh, siboni colonialism again in daylight, in broad daylight, you know. But he's lashing out because America is really in trouble, like as far as debt is concerned. And it's crazy that people have always said the dollar is not backed by anything, it's not backed by gold. Man, American dollar is backed by the most important thing in the world. The army. The biggest army in the world. The biggest guns in the world. You know? And they got the most guns. And what more do you need? I mean, if we look at Game of Thrones, I'm Game of Thrones motherfuckers, they didn't care, bruh. They took whatever was theirs. They took whatever they wanted to take. Mapum pum munjan. Hi. I'm talking about Trump. I'm talking about everything else. So they took Game of Thrones. They took. I mean, you remember there's that scene where Cersei sends her whole army when they go and invade the thingy. What is it? I think it's the High Garden. Yeah, High Garden. They go about to invade the High Garden. Who's this? Family Marjorie and them. They had gold. And they were not doing what they were told to do. Like they've been telling Venezuela do this. They're not doing what they've been told. When you got the guns and you got the money to do it. Yeah, kubayeka. Yeah, kubayeka sibali. So, but then on the other hand, what that does is that geopolitics is very unstable right now. Like geopolitics is very unstable because if Venezuela were in bed with China, they were in bed with Russia, right? They have like 20 fighter jets from like 2006, 2008. They were given by Russia and everything else, right? But the military is so outdated, bruh. It's what chance do you stand against the America, right? But in America is over indebted. And then Trump is lashing out with all the tariffs, with all these things, is what he was doing pretty much ever since I figured office in, right? And then what that does is that abantu are looking for alternative ways to park their money, or alternative ways to pretty much replace the dollar, because the dollar is a reserve currency, right? If ufuna ukuthenga oil or ufuna ukuthenga coal or ufuna ukuthenga pretty much any international commodity, right, in the marketplace, you're gonna have to convert your currency into dollars, and then you buy whatever commodity you want to buy, especially oil, right? Especially oil and gold. So usually what that happens when people lose or start to lose the confidence with the American dollar, they tend to gold. They buy gold because gold is limited, right? It's finite, which means it has value compared to the American dollar. Abamane bangene nje, and then they press the machine and then print them out. So that's what happened last year with gold. Like a lot of people were not at ease with the American way of doing things, like with the tariffs and sort of poking everyone in the eye, telling them to pay up. So people started to look for better ways to park their money, especially in China. Especially in China because I know a lot of Asian companies. I know a lot of um, gold strike. See, they just found the largest gold deposit in East China Sea. I didn't even see this. Let's see this.
Major minerals breakthrough off its east coast, uncovering what officials say is Asia's largest undersea gold deposit. But China's first undersea gold deposit has been discovered off the Jiaorong Peninsula near Laizhou in eastern Shandong province. Officials describe it as
Under
the
the
largest in
sea.
Asia.
How do you
While
mine
gold
under the
research
sea? How do you mine
continues,
gold under the
analysts are
sea, bro?
excited of the fund. They say it pushes Laizhou's province gold reserve to over 3,900 tons, roughly 26% of China's total known gold reserves.
Them Chinese motherfuckers will figure out a way, man. Try to take all the Chinese steel and divert it, man. You can stop producing iPhones now, man. Dig gold, go and dig gold, China. Now they got infinite riches. Anyways, I was saying, so then people went to gold last year, right? A lot of people went, like investors, put a lot of their money into gold last year because America is unstable, quote unquote, right? So, for example, last time I checked, gold was at like 4.5, like trading at crazy numbers. Yeah, 4.4. So 4.5 was like 24th December. We went Christmas and then it came back, right? You see this. So that's gold, right? That is gold. But now this year, silver silver might be doing the same thing as well. So we will see. I mean, even here in South Africa, like last year, the JSE was dominated by gold companies or mining companies. Like pretty much a big portion of the JSE last year was boosted by mining companies because if you strip out the mining stocks last year, we were down bad, like as far as the JSE was concerned. But if you look at it as an index, it reached never seen before height, right? Smashed all my records. But mining companies were leading the charge, and it's simply because of that. Like mineral prices went through the roof. That's good for mining companies, right? So we will see this year. I mean, they just took Venezuela now. Trump just took Venezuela. So we will see what happens with that, right?